In this series, I've gotten ice cream screen recorder to work again, and I've got my headphones to hook up to, my laptop. Okay, so this is the finale. This right here is part of the game. I'm just going to do this real quick, and this is, he didn't finish the turn. Okay, so here is where's purchase, what did he purchase? He purchased 12 infantry, 8 mech, 1 artillery. So these 12 obviously are for Atlantic Wall. This is to further his progress in Russia, probably, I would think. And this artillery is just an extra buck that would have been infantry. And what are we going to do? Let's see if this works. Okay, and let's not do that. And he moves everything in. So, like I said last time, he took a shot with the Italians. It was useless because he had those 4 planes that were waiting in the wings, for Anzac planes waiting in the wings in case something like that happened. And sure enough, he brings them in. And then we go here, and this is low luck. And I just want to bring this out. Already did that. So here is the, sorry, if you look in the right panel over here, so this is the attackers, and then you'll see the 28, 60, 73, 83, 86, 90, 86, 96, 99, 100, 107-ish, somewhere in there. British defending with, and he's got 60, 60, 80, 87, 88, 89, 90, 92, 95, somewhere in there. That doesn't make sense. Let me just check that one more time. 28, 20, 60, 70, 80, 88, 89, 93, 96, 99, 100, 107, I believe. And then this is 3, 4, 8, 10, 30, 90, 97. Yeah. So 97. So obviously he's got a lot of ones. So in this, with low luck, the pips are, it's all about the pips. Let's see what happens. 1 plane is lost, and then he rolls and he gets 30 hits. He already knows ahead of time. The question is, will he get this extra hit? So he does get the extra hits, and then there's 36 hits for the Allies, and will he get the extra hit? Yes, he does. So right there, I'll bet he was just hoping on that little bit of luck, which in a low luck game, it's kind of funny, but that's the way it is. Excuse me. So 36 hits, and 30 hits. So then he rolls again with 24 hits and gets the extra, and he also gets the extra. And like I said, again, they knew ahead of time what was going to happen. Finally, the Russians stumble in their extra hits. Last turn, he got 19, he gets 18, and they both stumble and don't get those hits. That's 12 and 12. And so 7 hits, and the Russians now get 8 hits because the Germans missed that one. And we're down to it. I mean, or he's taken bombers as casualties. That's got to be scary stuff right there. And he rolls for 1 armor, 1 bomber, 3 tacks with 2 hits, and the Russians, again, with five fighters, get 3 hits. Now 1 armor, 1 tack left, and the Russians have 3 fighters at that point in time. I mean, he knew probably back back here that he had lost. He's got 6 armor, 4 bombers, 3 tacks, 13 units, and he's got 12 units, about 11 fighters. So right there, he knows this goose is cooked, and he ends up, and the Germans lose with a TUV, negative TUV of $86. So more than 1 round of combat purchases. He loses all those troops. Ends up with not even taking Moscow. So if he had taken Moscow, which, like I said, he has 1 unit left. And so if he took Moscow, he just, like I said, with low luck, even in a low luck game, this came down to luck. Those end dice, even in a low luck game, this came down to luck. And it could have been a bunch of money. Let me just check real quick how much money. Probably would have kept him going, even if $29. So even if he wins this, he gets $29, and maybe he keeps going. Let's take a look at the big map now. I'm just gonna do everything. Let's see where we're at. So we're pretty sparse, obviously, but he is making progress. I mean, he's got a single Ural troop. And this. I thought this was cocky. I didn't understand this. Why, if you're going from Moscow, why not put everything in Moscow? I mean, I don't get it. Unless he had already anticipated quitting, which could be the case, but these should have gone to Moscow, right? I mean, maybe he's thinking, I send another one in, and it's, I think he had enough that he got a whole hit, and if he sent these 2 in, maybe he gets a second hit automatically, or it's a 5 or a 6, and so he goes, why throw those in there? And that's one of the deals with low luck, right? I mean, that's, you pick your poison, and that is the poison that he picked. So then Atlantic Wall looks good, but then this is this is strong, and this is there. That's it. I mean, there's no dislodging him, and he backed off of it. He was going to bring him in for an attack, but he didn't, and he drew back. So anyways, incredibly, he's going to be making into the 70s or 60 something this turn. Obviously, he was missing this. So 2 parts of luck right here. Now, he could have lost those planes, grabbed Caucasus for another $5, but those planes are obviously worth 21, and this is a $7 bonus. So, you could easily keep fighting this battle. I mean, this is, if you look here, this is an expeditionary force. I define that as a force that is unsupported. He is supported, I guess you could say. He's supported by these 3. He does have transport, so he could supply it with 6 more units, but no American units. I mean, I guess maybe these 2 planes. No American units are in the area. I guess these 4 fighters could be counted, and I guess those 2 could come over and then ride a boat over, so I guess I'm wrong about that a little bit. Oh no, he can come across. So we do have 7 more Yeah, okay, so let me correct that and say we have 7 more units that can hit Greece. That means he builds a factory. 6 more British can reach over, so that's 7 and 6. That's 13 more, so he drops a factory. So it is not completely unsupported, and all of a sudden these units have become the biggest army in this area, all of Russia. And all of Russia, or the southern Russia, this army inserts, and it's the biggest army in Russia. And even if he builds, so this is a rapidly expanding army. This here, 21 here. I mean, obviously you can't do everything, but you can come close to doing everything. And I mean by that, defending against the incursion here, which only has 1 transport, by the way, so he's got to walk. And by doing everything, I mean protecting Iraq, Persia, and Transjordan and Egypt, and Greece, and making an incursion into and fighting back against the Germans. And then this money becomes British money. So as good as this looks, and as much money as Japan is making, we are now into bombing. And if he repairs this, he gets bombed again. If he doesn't repair this, this gets bombed again. And obviously his entire navy is in danger at this point in time, has to run, I would think. So yeah, as good as this looks, like I said, Japan has not made this much money. In fact, it's making more money than America. Germany is making almost as much money as America, and yet. So great game, a lot of fun. I don't think some of this is like intuitive. I mean, this looked haphazard. I did talk to Arthur Bomber Harris about this, and he said he had thought he was going to make a go at it right here. This was the main focus, but then it didn't work. So then he scrambled and got to 92, and then quickly moved into. So this was piecemeal. This is really quite piecemeal, and you can even see it being piecemeal. And this Navy, this could have been his downfall, and really should have been his downfall. I don't understand how you leave this so naked. I a little disagreed with moving out of here, and I might have even, with that force, taken a shot at this Navy. But that's Monday morning quarterback. So a fun game, and one of the big lessons I learned out of this is that big battles are up in the air. There have not been many big battles. And even in a low luck game, big battles are up to luck. And Arthur Bomber Harris has avoided actually pulling the trigger, like he did not pull the trigger in India, and done attrition, which would have been really effective, I think. But on the other hand, that's how he played it. And, what can you say? I mean, that's, and he won. So, whatever criticism you want to have, I mean, and that I did love the fact that last turn I called these sub things and he moved them in exactly, I think, the way I'd arranged it. So good that he caught this. I was worried about this force, and he caught it and did it, and in the edit corrected that. Yeah, great stuff. A lot of ways I wouldn't have played it the way I'm looking forward to trying it out, and I'm looking forward to actually reviewing these videos again, because I was doing it and it was off the cuff, and I've actually listened to it again and sort of picked up on different things. So I'll be finishing this out. But this is Crockett 36 reviewing a fantastic finale to an Allied victory that edges out the Axis, and the out-of-box championship for 2022. Crockett 36 out.